Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Shauna.
And I'm Alicia.
And today our topic will be the top 5 ghetto moments in the lives of celebrities. And that'll be followed up by honorable mention.
Yes.
And number 5, Monisha, tell them who we have in number 5.
Lala Full Court is our number 5 pick. Baby, it's going to be another 6.5 years or however long it was.
It took him 6 years to ask you to marry him, and now you want to question whether you're ready to get married?
You still not sure?
And you've even said it yourself that he's the one that wasn't ready. Y'all have a son that's practically, what, about 10?
3.
Oh,
He only 3.
oh, he looked
He
a little
only
older
3.
than that.
Maybe because he got to take care of himself because nobody else seems to be watching him. How come he was on the other side of the house?
Or when y'all was at the park, why was you and your mom sitting at a bench and it looked like he was across the street? Okay, and number...
Oh, wait, I got another one. And Tyrese. Maybe she didn't catch the hint, but he said stop hanging out with the single friends.
That means he don't want to be your friend.
Yeah, stop calling him.
Because he will fall into that category of being the single friend.
Because he's not married. So, in other words, he meant he don't want to hang with you no more.
Number 4 would be, I'm sure the show that everybody has seen. It was taped back in the 70s, and that would be Good Times.
I never really cared
Florida
for
Evans.
it. Never really cared for it.
I liked it. But I felt as if Florida Evans played the biggest role in keeping them in the ghetto, because it seemed like every time they had like a chance, like say JJ had a chance to win some money or get some money, she would always say, no, JJ, is not right.
Yeah, it's not meant for us to have it. Maybe if they won the lottery, it would be good for them to have it.
She will make them give it back.
That's the state's money. Oh, definitely. That's the state's money.
And then with the dad, I'm not for sure how he died, but I get a strong feeling that
a work-related accident.
he was lucky. He was lucky.
He was ready to go. He was ready to go. He was tired of being stuck in poverty.
And it might not have been that he died due to job-related issues.
I think he got scared because he was about to move the family out there.
The stress of the ghetto.
He was about to move the family out there when Florida came. Because remember he had came in, he was going to get a raise. I think he was going to get a raise.
Florida put a hitman. Okay, number 3 will be how many seasons of the Keisha Cole show was it? 2?
I like Keisha
Correct
Cole.
me if I'm wrong, but both of the seasons made our list because, and it's not the Keisha Cole is not ghetto. It's just her family is. And I feel like no matter your race, every family has that ghetto family member, whether you black, white, Asian. But I'm not sure if every family member has a Frankie.
We do. Big hearts, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Every family member
Correction. Every family
and don't try to turn up the volume.
And if you don't know who that family member is, you Frankie. And when we had to watch her, and I'm not putting down anybody's job because it's not like I have a top paying job, but when we watch Neffy go put applications for the tour,
and that dance she did when she was on the steps.
That would be ghetto. Then when we watch you confront your baby daddy because you go back to see him.
Or Frankie's boyfriends.
Who younger than you?
We really shouldn't fight men. It's not a good
Not with broom.
You'll be laid out.
Okay, number 2 is something that happened recently. And number 2, I'm just going to say, is T.I. and Tiny getting arrested. I like yes. What a way to spend a 1-month anniversary. I like the Tiny and Toya show. Yeah, I don't think that the show was ghetto. I think it just shows
I think
that
Toya looks way better. Tiny, bless you.
But she has a good heart. She has a good heart.
She's a nice spirit.
When you get arrested with your husband that you just married a month ago and he just got out of jail and is currently on, what is it, parole or probation? He's on probation. Anybody that has been on probation, you don't even have to have been on probation to know you cannot smoke weed, you cannot pop X, and you cannot sip syrup in a car.
Yeah.
You gonna go back to jail.
No, and you don't have that in the court. If I had that much money, I'm having it brought to the house. I'm gonna have a crackhead bring me. Maybe not.
Not to your
gone.
house.
It'll be gone before they get to the house.
And a lot of stuff in your house gonna be gone.
Well, I'm gonna have a close, trusted friend bring it to the house,
Right.
and that's where I'm gonna smoke it. I'm not gonna have it in the car.
Right. And she must want him to go back to jail.
And
because remember, she was riding around with him on it. And did y'all see the pictures?
she looked cute going. She looked cute while she
did.
getting arrested. She did. I like the pink.
That was cute. That
I
was
like
probably
that.
about the cutest that she has been.
And one question I have: how did the paparazzi get there so fast? They
Because
able to take
they got there right. It looked like as they was putting the cuffs on Tiny.
They must have caught him pulling him over. They might want to look into that. Somebody might have called
Yeah, the
them.
paparazzi might have called on y'all.
That's dirty, real dirty.
Number one, if you are a celebrity and you have money and fame, and again, I'm not knocking anyone's occupation,
Or what you do with your money, because we understand it's yours.
but don't make sure that your significant other levels out with your career. So basically, Fantasia, it's not good to date dudes who work at T-Mobile.
Fantasia. Fantasia.
You are his meal ticket.
Fantasia.
And Teeny, I'm sure is mad
I love
because you his
Teeny.
meal
I
ticket.
love Teeny. Somebody get Teeny a show. Fantasia, we knew a year and a half ago that he was married. So
You did too.
I know you knew. I don't know you or him, but I knew. So
And-
you knew.
And suicide is not a joke.
No.
And it should not be taken
Yeah.
as something as a joke. So Fantasia, if you gonna attempt suicide, which you shouldn't,
Make it realistic.
right, like, what was it, 3 sleeping pills?
One sleeping pill, I think, and a couple of pain pills.
So you was basically just gonna get a good night's rest.
You was able to get up.
You slept well.
You were talking in the ambulance.
And who did we say probably found the
Teeny. Teeny. And I would have to say, what y'all she on BT or VH1?
Oh,
VH1. VH1 did an excellent job of setting that up because I can did it better.
And just to say, and what you brought up a strong point about how she claimed that they kind of put her out there compared to Alicia Keys because of the skin complex or whatever, the shade, the difference in the shade. At first I thought maybe so, but then, like she said, Alicia Keys did not try to attempt suicide.
No.
She did not play dumb to Swiss Beats being married. She just chose not to comment.
No. And
To the public or to Swiss Beats.
yeah,
right?
and in turn, it didn't really blow up as big as this thing with Fantasia. You can't sit there and deny that you didn't know he had a wife and kids.
It's better to just shut up like Alicia Keys did, and I'm not condoning dating anybody's husband or wife.
Or just say you knew. I could take it better if you said you knew instead of saying you didn't and I knew and I don't know either one of you.
Drum roll, please, for the honorable mention. When is Cicely Tyson gonna get her freedom papers?
Cicely.
In every role, she's the slave. Even when she's not playing the slave role,
still the slave
she's still in
mentality
that
and
slave character.
Yeah, and it's slave
Right,
voice.
and the Tyler Perry did not pick her to play a slave in his movie.
She still brought it.
Right. So somebody needs to let her know that she is free, or they need to give her her freedom papers. And
Is there a massa? Anyway, if you stay down south, Georgia, Mississippi, one of those states, if you know somebody who is still able to release freedom papers,
give Cicely Tyson her
Cicely
papers.
Tyson her papers. Or and then you know what? She's actually free. She just might not know.
Well, y'all, we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to our show. This is our first video, so right now we don't have a name for our channel, but please subscribe, and I promise that with time the show will get better.
Thank you.
Thank you, and please comment and rate and subscribe.
Good night. God
Oh, and
bless.
shouts out to 50 Tyson and Sosie and Jonathan for the damn I'm a Cutie show.
She loves y'all.
Big fan.
I do too. Bye.
Bye.